So, despite Big Ed being in a good place with Liz at the end of the previous episode, he arrived at the tenant completely alone, before admitting to the other cast members that he and Liz were no longer in a relationship, and that he didn't even know she was going to make an appearance on the show. Much to everyone's surprise, and just before the camera started rolling, Liz finally arrived at the studio. She soon revealed that her and Ed had split up 7 different times throughout the course of the season, with the last time being several weeks beforehand. She then detailed how controlling and manipulative Big Ed had been throughout the season, behind the scenes, whilst the cameras weren't rolling, which prompted the other cast members to absolutely tear into him. But despite everything Big Ed had put Liz through, and how much Liz was still clearly hurting from it all, part 1 of the telling ended with both Big Ed and Liz saying I love you to each other. Today, we're going to be looking at the second part of the tell-all, in what will be our final video of Big Ed's story from this season. I know that's sad, but I'm going to be making plenty more 90 Day Fiancé content looking at some of the most entertaining couples, and when Big Ed inevitably comes back for another season, I'll be covering that too. So if you want to catch any of that, along with a whole host of brand new content, just hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. So part 2 of the tell-all started off by focusing on other couples first, but Big Ed didn't wait for them to come around to his relationship for him to remind everyone what an absolute tool he is.
Danielle, do you think women are very emotional?
I know I'm emotional.
You don't get emotional, huh?
We are more emotional than men, 100%. But Ed is different.
I was just going to say that. I was like, have you met Ed?
Did you just call me a woman?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, I don't like...
Than men, 100%. But Ed is different.
I was
Ed
just
cries.
going to say that. I was like, have you met Ed?
Did you just call me a woman?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, I don't like sports. I'm in the kitchen with the women.
Maybe.
You know, talking about relationships while the guys are watching football.
Yup, he just unironically implied that women belong in the kitchen. This man's misogyny really knows no bounds. Because there were quite a few other couples, there was a break in filming before they got around to talking about Big Ed and Liz, and that gave them a chance to have a little catch up beforehand in the break room.
I'm trying to figure out why we broke up. Can you tell me?
The drinking. We'd have really petty fights during drinking.
What killed me was that it was like final. Like it was really over.
You made it final.
But you accepted it.
No, I didn't. You dropped my shit off and then blocked me and left to Vegas.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
It's actually unreal the way he can do something wrong and then still blame her for accepting it. Even the way he apologises so lightly for putting her through absolute hell is weird. It's like he's apologising for forgetting to defrost the chicken before dinner. Their relationship is just a whole new level of dysfunctional.
Why don't you just tell me to fuck off? And you want to go on a date? Go fuck yourself. Why did you torture me?
You're an asshole.
When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help. Because when you write with just the right confident tone, you can meet any challenge to move your project forward. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help you find just the right personable tone to motivate and build trust with your team.
I feel like I'm wearing something that.
I don't know what confused me more about this scene. Liz saying she still wants to be friends, or head leg across the sofa like he's a schoolgirl with a foot into her crotch. Like, why is he sitting like that? So after the break, they finally got on to Big Ed and Liz. If you remember in his first series with Rose, he said he had been planning on getting a vasectomy. He recently had that done, but because he has an obsession with dating significantly younger women, he didn't want his inability to have kids to cost him a relationship with one of them. And despite Liz saying that she didn't want to have any more kids, she didn't want to close that door for certain. So Big Ed decided to go get some of his reproductive cells frozen. For some sick reason, he also decided to vlog it. And in an act that should have been banned under the Geneva Convention, the producers thought it would be a good idea to show it to us.
So I just arrived in LA. Go jerk off in a cup. My doctor told me no heavy lifting, so when I jerk off, I'm going to use both my hands. Okay? Here we go.
We need to find out who asked him to do this and make sure they never make a decision that affects anyone else ever again. I know a lot of you guys watch these videos whilst you're eating dinner, so I can only apologise for what you're about to witness. If you're eating right now, particularly anything creamy, I suggest you put it on hold for a minute.
Radio team and reactor 2, Captain.
Dim the lights for that just special. I'm not gonna film this part, but
Why?
this is my future. I'm worn out.
Oh my god.
I'm worn out.
Oh my god.
You know what? I expect degeneracy from Big Ed in these episodes, but seeing him all sweaty, holding up a cup of his freshly made baby gravy, genuinely makes me want to delete my channel and get lobotomized, so that I never have to think about any of that ever again. Apparently it took him 2 hours as well, and Liz had to send him a photo from the car to hurry him up. Honestly, someone needs to destroy that sample immediately for the good of the human race. Liz not wanting to have the option of having more kids taken away from her definitely played its part, but what really made the whole thing materialise was something that happened during the season.
Liz and I had actually had a pregnancy scare at one time, and it kind of freaked us both out because we weren't ready. We still loved each other, but now I did that for us.
Someone needs to sack these producers. First they missed the argument at the hotel, then they missed a breakup, and now we find out they missed a pregnancy scare too. I feel like we've missed such a big chapter in this whole thing. Like the pregnancy scare in the Brandon and Julia series was one of the most entertaining episodes. Anyway, they then went on to do a recap of the season. They finished off by looking at a beach episode where Big Ed asked Liz to
Radio
move
team
him
and
more,
reactor 2,
even though she had been saying that he was moving too fast. And this was his reaction.
And watching that made you really emotional. What are you thinking right now?
That I don't listen. And I have things I'm working on in therapy, which is awesome. It's so awesome. I'm learning so much about myself. That's part that I never knew. God.
He loves this therapy line, doesn't he? I mean, I have a lot of respect for him for actually going and for being able to speak openly about it without denting his massive, fragile ego. But I feel like he romanticizes it quite a lot and ends up using it to come out with stuff that he thinks will make him sound good, but don't really mean anything.
I couldn't trust myself, so I couldn't trust you. And I told my daughter I'm going to have Liz come and move in. She goes, why? So I can learn to trust her. And then Tiffany's like, yeah, that's the opposite. You should not want her to move in because you trust her. And again, this is issues about me that have held me back from finding love.
See, do you know what I mean? Like, it's all very deep and self-reflecting, but it's also kind of shallow. Because Ed and Liz seem to be talking through their problems and getting close during the breaks, I think everyone started wondering whether they were going to get back together. So Liz ended up being asked whether she'd be open to giving it one more shot.
I've missed Ed a lot this last month. As far as the future, we were talking about it earlier. I still love him. I still want to be with him.
I love how all the cast members reacted to Liz the exact same way as us. The groans and the sighs are literally the only things keeping me sane, watching Liz say that she still might somehow have feelings for this toxic little ball of misogyny. I mean, I like Liz, but she's making a fool out of herself here. He's not going to change, and she's not going to change him. And when the same question was put to Ed, his answer literally couldn't have been worse.
I would even make a list. My daughter made me a list. What do you like about Liz? And what frustrates you? And the frustration list was like 20. And what I liked about her was like 3, including Riley.
Damn, bro.
But what I'm realizing now is that
flight, Captain.
These were things that I didn't like about myself.
What is this strange little creature actually talking about? I thought he was going to go down some sweet path or have a cute little twist after sending us in the wrong direction. But he genuinely just told her that her bad traits outnumber her good traits 7 to 1 and then just stopped talking. You know, I thought he was going to be like, there were 20 frustrating bits, but when I got onto the good bits, the list was endless. Or I realised none of them matter compared with how much I love you. But he literally just dug himself a hole, threw the spade out, pissed in it, and then fell asleep in it. And then he went on to rub even more stuff in her face.
I mean, I was the one that broke up with you. Like 7 times. You never broke up with me. You never stopped trying. I was always the one that kicked you out.
He says it almost like he's bragging about how much control he had over her and saving face by making it clear that he never got dumped, whilst disguising it as some kind of critical self-realization. He kicked her out because he used him leaving as leverage to get her to do things that she either wasn't ready for or just flat out didn't want to do. I just don't understand why she kept coming back.
I do have hope we can make it work. My biggest fear is I can give it another shot and then in 2 days with people in his ear, he can pretty much just tell me it's not worth it. And because he's done that to me so many times.
It's actually so bad that all of their relationship issues and all of Ed's flaws and everything he's just said to her then, the main thing she's worried about happening if they get back together is her getting dumped again. After all of the lies and threats, manipulation, gaslighting, him finally leaving her alone for good is literally the best case scenario for her.
He came up to me behind the scenes and he told me to say hi to my roommate and that she's really pretty.
Oh, shit.
That's literally just happened a few hours ago.
The gig is up, Ed.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
true. That happened.
And my roommate, by the way, she's 26.
That is the face of a man who knows he's in trouble. Liz and Rose both being in their 20s could have been a coincidence, but him also going after Fernanda, who's 23, her flatmate, who's 26, and a bunch of sugar babies in Vegas who are probably the same age is a pattern, and for a 55-year-old, it's a creepy one. He just so clearly loves being single, loves the attention, and loves going after young women. He's basically the Wayne Lineker of San Diego. Why doesn't he stop trying to date younger women who he's only going to end up scarring and just accept the fact that he's not meant to be in a relationship right now? And more importantly, why can't Liz see that?
I know that he loves me, and I'm not saying that was okay, but he's single right now.
I'm actually speechless. Even Ed is like, what the how is she still not mad at me? She honestly needs to just have more respect for herself and not let him get away with it. It doesn't matter whether he's single or not. If he actually liked her, he wouldn't be acting like this. How many more signs does she need that he's not right for her? Even the other cast members can see that Ed wants to be single. It just falls on deaf ears with Liz, and I have no idea why.
But I don't think so. I think you want to have sex with your roommate. And that's fine. Go ahead, have fun. But don't ask Liz to stay and, like, wait for you or something.
Okay, dude. Who here wants to do an over and under that you guys won't last 6 months?
Wow.
He is actually such a dick, isn't he? Where does he get all this anger from? Like, I know he's still bitter about being rejected from becoming one of the 300 Spartans, but he deals with criticism so badly. Cole's definitely being provocative, but firing shots back at him rather than taking any responsibility for any of this just proves that Ed's too insecure and too immature to be in a relationship.
I'll put $100.
Why would you put it on them? We're talking about your relationship.
I'll tell you why, because
I just wait 7 months.
he's been such a rude, belligerent person to me all day, and it's
Who insulted me? Who body shamed me? Who constantly passive aggressive? Who constantly gaslights? Yes, I will say Ed is a gaslighter. I can smell it. It smells like gas.
You're crazy.
Cole calling him a gaslighter and Ed instantly replying with "that's crazy" is literally proving Cole's point. Like, that is exactly what gaslighting is. Manipulating someone into doubting their own sanity. You know, I might do an entire little saga with Cole and his several seasons of degeneracy, just because of how entertaining he's been during the tell-all.
Hey, you're crazy. Something is wrong with you psychologically.
Look at you, and you think I'm crazy.
You have your mother and your daughter telling you that you have issues to work on. Don't project on them. Don't project on other people. Just take your shit and walk out in peace.
Where do they actually find these people? They're all unhinged, I swear. Also, how can Ed sit there and say that he's in therapy working on these problems and making himself out to be a new man, and then the second something doesn't go the way he wants it to, move straight back into an arrogant, rude, self-serving gaslighter? Like, he's got some serious issues, and him going to a few therapy sessions isn't going to change that.
This is the first time in my life, Fernando, that I've ever been in therapy.
Just went to 3 sessions, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I have a long way to go.
You have a long way to go, yes.
6 months.
But then
6 months? Ed, you are barely exploring the tip of the iceberg of your problems. Therapy is like a chisel that's going to take years to dig through it. It's not the freaking Titanic. I don't know whether he says all of this stuff knowing it's a load of nonsense, but saying it because he thinks it'll make him sound better, or if he's delusional and actually believes it. But I'm glad everyone else in the studio can see right through his self-victimization, because he can't keep getting away with treating people like trash and then just saying that he's working on it.
What is the answer to
I
that?
would like to go to at least 1, maybe 3 therapy sessions before we cross that line. I can just look at him and we just go back into
Yes, sir. Trying to get this game, dog.
Today you were chit-chatting and talking.
How you doing, man?
Laughing together.
Yeah, I'm willing, if you're willing to, go get some therapy together and see from there.
How has she sat there through all of that thinking this is the guy for me? Like, does she ignore it? Does she not see it? Maybe she's the type of person who likes to be in a relationship with someone they think is broken but can fix. I guess that would explain why she's had 2 divorces, one of which was so bad she can't even talk about it. If she is the type of person who just goes after men thinking she can change them, him evidently being a broken person but also saying that he's a work in progress kind of makes him the perfect partner for that.
I've never worked on myself. I haven't.
What do you have to write me?
But I love you, Liz. I want.
How can you say I'm dead?
Do we have a muzzle? Do we have a
10
muzzle?
minutes before, be like, hey, you got your friend's hot. Can I get her number?
Production,
How
do
does
we have
that
any
look?
duct tape? Somebody gaffer.
How's that love? Answer my question.
Honestly, as angry as Colt was, and as many times as Molly and Fernanda tried to get through to Liz, it seemed like her fate was already sealed. For some unknown reason, it was all just noise to her. Literally the entire time, whether the cameras were rolling or they were on a break, she was drawn to Ed. And no matter what he said, she was either ready to forgive him or just didn't seem to care. All he had to do was give her the attention he'd been starving her of, and she was in the palm of his hand.
When she walked in here, it just, I froze. I was knocked off my rocker right in seniors. We broke up a month ago today. And the minute she started talking, I'm like, I'm screwed.
90-Day Fiance.
That's a good thing.
The way she smarted him like that genuinely kills me inside. There is no hope for that girl. He is literally spouting out absolute crap. She's chowing down on it like a starving donkey. There are a few more clips from after the show, but that was the end of the tenor. It was fiery, entertaining, insightful.
I'm literally watching it right now. LOL.
At the end of it all, somehow, Big Ed and Liz seem far from over.
I feel like I've gotten things off my chest, got a few apologies I felt I deserved. I hate the feeling that it's so comfortable to talk to Ed again because it makes me feel like I can be vulnerable. And I don't want to be vulnerable with Ed because I feel like one second he may think that he may want me again and then not want me again the next day.
Are Liz and I back in a relationship? Sorta.
I actually can't believe his apologies were enough for her. Like we've been saying all the season long, his apologies mean absolutely nothing if he's not going to change. And since he first graced our screens on that series with Rose 2 years ago, he hasn't changed one bit. And just to prove it to us one last time before we go, he finished on genuinely the most disrespectful and repulsive note possible.
Hey,
materials. Visit our home landscape center in Chicopee for more great ideas. Or online at cmsblog.com with free how-to seminars. Transform your landscape with the help of Chicopee Basin and Landscape Supplies.
Riverside. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I mean, I'm thinking about whether I'm going to want to have sex with her. It's probably not a good idea. Second start. Probably not.
His creepy little smile after saying that is going to haunt some dreams tonight. Thankfully, not only did they never sleep with each other again, they never even spoke. After the episode, Liz reached out to him to plan them going to couples therapy together, and he just completely ghosted her. Whilst I'm sure that was hard for Liz to deal with, it was undoubtedly for the best. Thankfully, it looks like she's finally moved on. She's been quite active on Instagram lately, and when she announced that she'd broken up with Ed, she called him a narcissist, deleted all the pictures she had up with him in them, and unfollowed him on social media. She also recently posted a photo to her Instagram story of her on her birthday in the arms of a new man, captioned, "Hey, you made my day special." Hopefully, Liz finds peace and happiness with whoever that new guy is. Big Ed himself is actually unrecognisable these days. Since the tell-all, he's lost a load of weight, got a sharp new haircut, and stopped dyeing his hair and beard. Whilst there's no sign of a new love interest for Ed, he recently did a cameo for a fan and hinted at a return to TV, saying that he might be going back to the Philippines. He's also been posting a lot of compilations and photos of his time with Rose from his first season with her, but that could just be him being a little socially oblivious weirdo. Whether his next series is with Rose or with another young woman he's bound to exploit, we're just going to have to wait and see. Well, that is unfortunately the end of Big Ed's story of the first season of 90 Days of Single. If you've enjoyed the season and want to catch 90 Day Fiancé content, as well as my coverage of Big Ed, whatever season he appears in next, make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss out. Thank you for all of the kind and hilarious comments you left on these videos throughout the season, as well as all the lovely comments and messages you left me across social media. I've thoroughly enjoyed being your host, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. As always, the links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media will be down below. So feel free to come drop me a follow to keep up with the channel, help me decide what future videos to make, or just say hi in between uploads. I'd also just like to give a very quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. Me and the channel will be appreciated. Thank you. Right, so hello and welcome back to another video on Arthur TV. Today we're looking at part 6 of Big Ed's journey on 90 Day The Single Life. So last time out, we looked at Ed and Liz's first night together in the same bed. We caught up with Big Ed and Liz the morning after their first night together, where Ed revealed that they had slept together not once but twice. After a disgustingly detailed description of the night as
Yo, you still there, buddy?
Big Ed's friend wedding ceremony. But before they got there, in typical Big Ed style, Ed pushed her even further and said that he also wanted her to meet his daughter. Liz instantly recalled the suggestion, telling him that bringing it up made her feel anxious, and that she thought it was too soon to be discussing her future family. Despite the awkward end to the morning, the pair went off to the wedding and had a great time together. But now the time has finally come. It's been 2 weeks since the wedding, and Liz has finally agreed to meet Ed's daughter. Big Ed and Liz have just arrived in Las Vegas, where they'll be staying at a hotel ahead of their dinner with Tiffany the following day. But before we get to the meeting, Big Ed is itching to update us on how well things are going between him and Liz.
Liz and I are getting along very well physically, let me just say that. Woo! My favorite type of kissing now is when Liz kind of chews on my top lip and my bottom lip. It's really sexy. I like that. And our love making is off the charts.
You know, there are times when I'm watching this show when I genuinely think the producers want us to suffer as much as humanly possible. I was just about okay with them letting him say that they're getting along well physically, but who let him continue talking about his favourite type of kissing? Like, we know they've got a freaky private life, but we heard all about it in the last video. Some of us will never be able to look at Peach again the same way because of it.
There's a huge difference between, having sex and being in love with somebody. And I'm so excited right now because I'm beginning to believe in my heart that Liz is the real deal for me.
He's a bit of an all-or-nothing kind of guy, so I don't really know how much any of this actually means. Like, I think he'd fall in love with a shaved chimpanzee if it gave him the time of day. So I think we can take this one with a pinch of salt. He definitely seems happier than we've seen him before, though, so maybe he really is falling for her.
At first, Liz was not receptive, but we've talked about it, and she wants the same thing that I want. She wants us to all get along, and she knows it's important to me.
She wasn't receptive at first, but then they talked about it and she came around. Kind of sounds like he pressured her into it and kind of forced the situation a bit. But either way, it's Liz putting in effort again, as always. So I hope he lets her know how much he appreciates it.
How are you feeling? You're gonna meet the daughter.
I've studied evidence, mind. I don't know what to think or expect. I appreciate you wanting me to be here. It's just faster than what I would have imagined. That's also a little nerve-wracking.
Mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Soviet researcher.
I love how she sat there saying how anxious and nervous she feels about being the same age as his daughter. And he's just like, ha, you're not even the same age as her, you're 3 years younger. Like, way to make her feel better about things, you massive idiot.
I almost lost my daughter over Rose, and I don't want to go through that again. The best advice I can give you is be yourself. You have a good aura about you. Like you're unintimidating. You're very independent. The age, for me, it's a number.
Oh God, here he goes again. There are 2 ways you can tell someone's a predator. They're either on a register, or they go around saying things like age is just a number. In the last video, we spoke quite a lot about how often Ed repeats mistakes, but he also has a tendency to repeat things that he knows he shouldn't say. Like, Liz literally said after their goat yoga date that she doesn't believe in the whole age is just a number thing. So he's really not helping by bringing it up again here. She's probably only just gotten over the age difference herself and is now just worrying about Tiffany. But saying that is just going to make her think twice about it all over again. And probably make her think that he doesn't really listen to her.
I want my daughter's approval because I've never in my life felt the way I feel about Liz. I've been down the tough love road in life. I've been single for 28 years. I met someone in the Philippines that I thought was the it, and it didn't work out.
What the hell is the it? Is that just how you say the one when you view your partners as objects?
I'm ready to be happy, and I want the people in my life that mean the most to me to want me to be happy. That's it.
They made it up.
So he doesn't want them to be happy. He just wants them to want him
We'll
to be
take every
happy.
scrap of good news we can
I
get.
think Ed's got really lucky
Wish I
with
had
this,
more.
because I actually think that's exactly
Why?
what she wants too. Liz
I just had
actually
to
came
make a
out
tough call
recently
after
and said
all.
that the producers cut
He
a
said
really
our
emotional
fleets are
scene
being
out from the last
decimated, so
episode,
I
where
advised him
after
to
their
cease
first
all
kiss,
offensive
they
operations
basically
against
stayed
the
up really late
Reapers.
in the hotel
Full
talking about their
retreat.
love languages.
The only
And
way
I
to
really
save
think that
Panama
she would
now
have
is
said
to
that
hold our
hers is
ships
taking
back
care
from
of her
Crucible.
partner.
But if I'm wrong, then a lot of other Turian families won't be as lucky as mine. That's a hell of a gamble. No other options? If there are, I can't see it. Ruthless calculus. How you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taken at all. There's only so much fight in a person. There's only so much debt you can take before. Before your friend picks you up, dusts you off, and tells you you're the best damn soldier he's ever met. We'll get through this. We always do.
If you were talking to a girl who was once interested in you, you steadily lost attraction over time, I'm going to tell you exactly why that happened. The vast majority of men that show me the conversations they're having with women, they talk about the dates that they're going on. All of these guys have one thing in common. The fact that they cared way more and they tried exponentially harder than the woman that they were dating. It's not because he didn't know how to communicate. It's not because he wasn't trying. It's because he was desperate. Most men meet a woman that they're very attracted to, and they immediately think that that woman is a woman he should be dating long term just because he's attracted to her. If this is something you struggle with and need my help on your situation, send me a message.
Rebecca? Rebecca! Hey, girlie, could you record me so people think I'm nice? Hey, buddy, is this seat taken? No? What you got there? Is that apple juice? Oh, I love apple juice. Rebecca, record! Can I ask you a question, buddy? Yeah. Are we friends? Oh, he's too sweet. Okay, enjoy your apple juice. Yeah. Did you get that, Rebecca? Yeah, could you post that so people think I'm a good person? Rebecca?
I'm coming back for you, baby. Why aren't you cuddling me?
Yeah, I am cuddling you.
No, come here.
Oh.
And we should fuck right here. It's so pretty outside. We should fuck. We've never fucked on the island, have we? It's so bad. We should really fuck on this.
No, girl, I am not even gonna look at you. Girl, he's dead to me. After what you did to me.
Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
First of all, everyone is out tonight, and it's giving me FOMO.
Like, in South Carolina or like here?
Both. But especially South Carolina.
It's like a Thursday.
Yeah, it's Halloween weekend. Everyone's fucking out.
Where would we go today? Anyways.
They're all at Tommy's, bro.
No, I mean... Really?
Yeah.
Is that the new spot now or something?
I guess so.
It was cool, so I understand it.
FOMO. Anyways, James called me and was like, "Can you come up tomorrow with Billy?" And I was like, "Sure." So I'm just gonna move my appointment to 4, and then James said be here around like 1 to like 1:15ish. So I was like, "Okay."
All right. He said he wants us to get that food too.
Yeah, he told me that.
I'm down.
Don't forget, I talk to him every day.
Yeah, I know. I just don't remember what he tells you and whatnot. At least I don't know. Yeah. Dun. So, are you and Carolyn still gonna get the thing later?
Yeah.
4?
I'll probably like make the appointment at like 4 or some shit. Hopefully I'm not in like pain for the weekend if I get the piercing like right before I go out, but
I mean, where are you gonna get it?
probably near the place right near Nathan Mills. I always go there.
No, I was just talking about.
Oh, I might re-pierce my conch and re-pierce my 3rd hole.
Your 3rd hole?
Yeah, I have a 3rd hole in one ear and not the other. Yeah.
That's cool.
So what do we know about it?
Oh,
The sanctuary facility is devoted to aiding refugees with remote-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently and no communications with colleagues.
What?
Sure, I'll pick up the signals. Each week, I'll try to...
You miss Nick.
I miss a lot of fucking people, but yeah, Nick's napping right now. He needs to fucking wake up because he's not gonna fucking be able to wake up for work tomorrow because he took a nap so goddamn late.
What time does he work at?
I don't know what time he works at tomorrow, actually.
See some damage, no activity.
Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na.
You tell me I'm the only girl who's ever felt this way about before, but I'm like terrified because one, I'm not even moving to Charlotte until February or March. That's a long time that we have to talk to each other and not meet each other.
You still can.
I know, but and two,
What if he's lying?
I don't think he is. I like genuinely don't think he is. And two, he just doesn't seem like the type to be like that. And two, we like, what if there's like no connection in real life? Because we talk a lot, like just like texting, but like what if there's no connection in real life? Like I don't know if I could do that.
You just gotta run that risk, bro.
And besides that, what if just everything else is awful, like the sex and everything? I
I don't know. I just gotta run that risk, I guess. I don't know. It's
gonna be a waste of like 8 months talking to him is what it is. Me cutting up with Brian for him too, also what it is.
But you weren't. That's also the same thing you could say for OB.
Shut up.
Because literally everything else, besides, like, that part could be bad too. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know if the sex would be good with O'Brien. That would ruin. No, but the difference is, if Nick and I don't work out, that's just like another like person, I guess.
Yeah.
But like O'Brien and I are best friends, so it's a little different.
That'd be kind of embarrassing for him if it didn't work out, because then his friends know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to not think about it.
Are you like going to talk to other people too?
No, I'm kind of just talking to Nick right now. And like O'Brien will call me like every once in a while. I don't know. We'll just catch up a little bit, but
How's he doing?
he was in Virginia like last week for like a family reunion. He like wants to quit his job. He hates his roommates.
Like Ross and stuff?
No, he doesn't like Olivia.
Oh. Isn't she fat?
This was a reception desk.
Yeah, she's so fat, bro. Stretch it. You know what she told me the first time she met me?
What?
She goes, "Oh, you're really pretty," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And she goes, "So why are you with O'Brien?" And I was like, "Oh, word." And then she fucking goes, "You're like a lot nicer than I thought you'd be." And I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Okay, like that's such a backhanded compliment."
I don't know, maybe you're just so intimidatingly pretty that everybody thinks you're mean.
Thank you.
But that's what everybody else thinks. I would say that.
I have like I don't know, because I just have like, I don't even know if I have an idea.
It could be your face. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be your... Do you have an RBF?
Not really.
Maybe it's just you're intimidating.
Yeah, I don't know. But she was like, "You're a lot nicer than I thought you'd be," and I was like, "Well, thanks, I guess."
Both sides.
You're like, thanks?
I think she meant for that to be nice, but it like wasn't.
Came off weird. So gross. You're my sanctuary. What you want is what... Oh, I looked the wrong way.
Man, I got some shit I have to do, but I honestly think I'm just gonna put it off and go to sleep.
Like homework?
Yeah, I have a test that opened up on Monday and it closes this Monday, and I'll be out all weekend, so I don't know if I'll have time to do it, but I'm sure I can do it like sometime on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I got like a bunch of assignments to do too.
Oh, I'm just probably gonna just go to sleep. It's because I literally got home and James called me and I talked to him, and then right after I ended the call with him, I started talking on the phone with you. So I was like, it's been like 2 hours and I have not, because I got home at like 10, so it's fucking 12.
What are you doing?
From work.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so funny because I was supposed to get there at
Shutting it down.
I was supposed to get there at sorry, I'm like watching that. I was supposed to get there at 5:30 and leave at 10:30. I got there. I always get there at like 6:45, and I always leave at like 9:30. And I still get paid $100 for the 5 hours.
What do you do again? Do you like I know it's part of the Big E thing you did too, but I forgot what it was.
I kind of just hand out flyers.
Where'd you go this time?
Demented.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Oda, come here. Sit down. Sit. Gentle, okay? I'm giving you a Tostitos. You be gentle.
Yeah, Coda, be gentle.
This is going to get
good boy.
Nothing good ever came out.
Oh. It just cracked and there's crumbs everywhere.
Is it just me and you going up to your mess?
Yeah. You are so ugly, Coda. Yes, you are.
Coda's not. Coda's not ugly. Come on.
Ugly little boy. Mommy's ugly little boy. Bro, can you please eat all the crumbs off the ground? Like, I don't want to clean that up. Just eat it. Just eat it.
There.
I think I'm calling the tea. I'm calling it a night, bro.
Okay. I will talk to you tomorrow then.
Yeah, I'll text you. I get home. Oh, my last class ends at 12:20, so I'll text you. I'll probably be home around like 12:20, 4:30, 20. I'll probably be home around like 1. I'll probably just stop by your house and then.
I'll probably be at the gym until 1, but.
Well, yeah, I won't be at your house until like 1:15 anyway. So.
All right, bet. I'll check you later. Love you, dude.
Love you too. Bye.
I'm gonna show y'all how much nothing matters. You guys wanna dance? Okay. You guys wanna dance with us?
Yeah.
I'm an atheist because I've actually read the Bible. That's not the flex that you think it is, dog.
Like, even just in that last scene, it's a small detail, but she was holding his hand and leading him into the hotel. She does that kind of thing quite a lot. I think that's probably why she doesn't care quite so much when Big Ed fails to step up and take care of her when he should. Like when she turned up to his house in tears after bumping into her ex on a night out. But I get what he means. I think he just wants Tiffany to accept their age difference if she sees that Liz is the one that makes him happy.
My fear is Tiffany doesn't improve, and that's that.
I'm shutting down the power for the front line.
Save on your new mattress during the Veterans Day sale. Going on now, only at Raymore and Flanagan.
All hands on deck. The newest Below Deck is heading into uncharted waters.
No way, just magical.
With 5-star service.
Best chef I've ever had.
5-star drama.
We'll have it handed to family up.
And 5-star adventure.
You only live once, right?
And in Norway, it's the captain's way. Sketches. Or the highway. Set your DVR for the premiere of Below Deck Adventure Tuesday at 9 on Bravo and streaming on Peacock.
You know, this will be the very first girlfriend that Tiffany's ever met in person. And, you know, here she is, so.
I think knowing that I'm the first girlfriend she's ever met just made me nervous again.
Oh my goodness, he's actually so bad at reassuring her, it's almost comical. I don't know what's more entertaining me back him to watch. Him not thinking about what he's saying and making things worse like he did just then, or him actively trying to make things better and still making it worse like he does here.
Starting to take something. I know. You gotta realize. You two are the same.
Not that that's not a bad thing to hear from you, but it is a little bit weird that you keep saying that. Oh, you're the same.
This is like some weird reverse Electra complex where the father wants the daughter. Freud and Jung must be cringing in their graves right now. If there's an afterlife and they're somehow blessed with access to half the TV, but the father wants the daughter, Freud and Jung must be cringing in their graves right now. If there's an afterlife and they're somehow blessed with access to half the TV, I bet they're looking at each other right now being like, for goodness sakes, not another one.
Thank you.
Here she is.
Hello. Hi.
Tiffany, this is Chris.
Hello, nice to meet you. Where'd you play it?
Last night. The hotel where we're staying is great. And we have the biggest suite you've ever seen.
Oh, she did not like that one. To be fair, she's probably thinking like, great, for spending my inheritance playing sugar daddy with someone younger than your own child. It's probably not the best thing to say right off the bat when it's trying to get her to like Liz, but she has come in with a frosty attitude.
Walking in and seeing my dad and Liz, it's a lot. I'm afraid for my dad to get his heart broken again. Rose and Liz are similar. They both have younger kids and they're both younger than me. But Liz looks older than me. She looks rugged. Botox does wonders.
Jesus Christ, the claws are out. What did Liz do to deserve that? Literally everything she said there was judgmental. She's sending for her like a jealous ex looking at her former boyfriend's new girlfriend. It's so weird. I'm not sure the rugged look is any worse than the Michael Jackson look either. I thought she came in with a cold, stern look at first, but she's probably just numbed all her facial muscles so much that she can't even move them anymore. Why is she suggesting that someone 28 years old needs Botox? Liz is a single mother who works full-time as a restaurant manager. She looks fine. I mean, I'd be mad too if my dad was busy noncing on primetime TV for the second year on the bounce. But she should focus her energy on him, not poor Liz.
I'll just break that. This is awkward. It is awkward. It is. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually meeting a girlfriend, really. My concern is with the age gap and the fact that you are younger than me. Not by much, but still, like, why are you dating somebody that's younger than your daughter? That's weird.
She has every right to be concerned, but she is going about this in such a weird way. Like most of us think the age gap is weird, but she's channeling a lot of it onto Liz, who hasn't really done a lot wrong. It must be so uncomfortable for Liz, because she will 100% be able to tell that Tiffany hasn't come in with an open mind. So if she's not even going to give her a chance, what is the point of her even being there?
But I was telling her that you guys are like the same.
I'm going to say that weirds me out. That's just awkward.
Could lead us to the end of the
That is the last thing I want to hear. Like, I don't want to hear, oh yeah, my girlfriend. I'm going to say that weirds me out. That's just awkward as fuck.
So if she's not even going to give her a chance, what is the point in her even being there?
But I was telling her that you guys are like the same.
I'm going to say that weirds me out. That's just awkward as fuck. That is the last thing I want to hear. Like, I don't want to hear, oh yeah, my girlfriend is like you. It's just so weird.
Yeah, I know, stop. Got it.
Alright, I'm with Tiffany on this one. That is actually such an unbelievably weird thing to say about your daughter and the girl you're sleeping with in front of both of them. Especially when they're the same age and look so similar. I mean, we joke about him making a mistake, apologising for it, and then making the same mistake a few days later. But Liz told him it was a weird thing to say when they first sat down. Before the starters had even arrived, he said it again. It's exactly what we said before about him saying things that he knows he shouldn't say. It's like he's constantly trying to achieve a personal record on how quickly he can mess up.
Well, I just want you to know, I don't blame you for how you're feeling. Just because I can only imagine if that was me, I probably wouldn't be happy with it, is what I'm saying. If the tables were turned and that was me, I would not be okay with it. I just know how I feel at the moment and how I've been feeling. That's it. I'm not gross. I do care for him.
You know, the more we see of Liz, the more I like her. She could so easily have risen to Tiffany's tone, or even been like, it's kind of none of your business. But she sat there and empathized with her and basically said, like, I know how you feel. I felt the exact same way about it at first. But at the end of the day, I really care about your dad. Ultimately, that's all that matters. It's just such a genuine response. She's actually too good for the both of them.
I feel like we do balance each other out in certain aspects. Sometimes I feel like I'm way more mature than he is in some aspects. And I actually feel like he kind of calmed me down and listened up in a lot of aspects.
She's a smart girl. She's smarter than me in so many ways. You have no idea.
Not so much for somebody who thought that love was a business transaction and that a dog was a feline. But it's nice to see him finally stick up for Lizzie.
My concern with being younger is you're at one phase in your life and he's winding down somewhat on his. Like,
I'm not winding down. What do you mean? I don't know. I don't want to be old. I can't. I have never met anyone that's my age that I get along with.
That's probably because he's never given anyone his age a chance. In the 2 years that he's been on TV, he's only ever acted.
That's a much bigger challenge.
Now we know where the Reapers attacked Sanctuary.
Figured Cerberus out. Tough break for the elusive man.
But it's good news for us. We finally have our link to Cerberus. Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's...
Commander, there's more here. Look.
Damn it. She's ready.
We're very close. Understanding the indoctrination process is one thing. However, to our advantage is proving to be quite narrow. This is assembly line science. The sheer brute force of numbers and repetition is doing the thinking for us. Effective.
What do you have to write on, bro?
We have underestimated the strength of the Reaper signal. They are here. The Reaper somehow.
Way up!
This will get us closer to the tower. This way. Get out of my reach. Let's move. Get ready.
Shepard.
Commander. Excellent timing. Put the gun down. No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt. I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang? I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die. Red, can you hear me? That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job, but I will. This ends here. On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out. Let her go.
Shepard. Don't let him take her. Shepard, please.
I have no problem with you. I just want Oriana and the research data. You want a lot. You get your life in return. How much is that worth? All right, take her. But I want her alive. Deal?
No deal. Miranda, I'm sorry. Shh. Listen to me. Listen. I wanted you to have a noble life. Marriage. Children. Things I could never have. No. I just wanted my sister. I love you, Ari. I love you too. Shepard.
I'm here.
Before Kai left, I planted a trace on him.
A trace? You thought of everything.
Not everything. Nobody's perfect. But at least Tori is safe.
I've never met anyone like you, Miranda.
No. You haven't.
I'll keep your sister safe.
Good. I just wish I could have. Miranda?
Let's make sure everybody knows about this place.
Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a government facility run by my father.
Okay, you guys are taking this way too far.
I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong.
When was the last time you asked someone out on a date? Well, today I'm actually done.
All those refugees, all that slaughter.
Garrett, who's the hottest girl up in Daniel College?
Sanctuary didn't need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lies.
Yeah, I probably have to say it's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high. Do we have a location on the elusive man?
Good morning, girls.
Yes, we had a tracer on highlight when he reported back.
I don't know if
That gives us a fighting chance to take Cerberus out of
but I'm
this
not
war.
used to it. And I hope you don't rub that off on Alyssa.
A lot of sacrifice
So
to
you
get
guys
this
can either be quiet or you
information.
can go to her.
I plan to settle the score.
Alyssa! What? Hey,
He has
your
Cerberus
girlfriend,
and
she's right here. Okay, well, she's your friend, she's not
Understood.
mine. Yeah, so you go upstairs and you go to the bathroom, make sure to flush. That little thing on the side, that flushes it. I don't know how you do it at your house, but that's not how we do it here. I know at my lab.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
It seems Tally's taking what happened on Horizon hard. She's in the lounge if you want to check on her. The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon is my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their face is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now. Miranda. Yeah. Damn it, how many do we have to lose? Everybody back on Earth? Mordin, Thane, Legion, and now Miranda. How many friends have we got left? How long before it's just you and me against the whole Reaper fleet?
If that's what it takes, I can think of worse odds.
Well, sure, getting rid of everyone else just gives the Reapers a fighting chance.
Hang in there.
You too, Commander.
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun. What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
So the prisoners were, what? Nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
Not everyone resists with firebombs and guns, especially if they don't have them.
But this was not a statistically insignificant number. 90% refused to report their fellow prisoners. Indoctrination should have reduced the number of rebels to nearly zero.
Maybe word got out how indoctrination worked, and they made a decision.
I see. Shepard. I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
If the Normandy were captured, my fate would be similar to the indoctrinating. My code would be rewritten. I would become loyal to the Reapers. I would rather become non-functional than help them.
Sounds like you just made your first choice to be free.
It will not be my last. The Reapers must be defeated, not because they threaten death, but because the threat of death is undying inside. It is the right of sapiens to live freely and securely. That is what is non-functionality.
Welcome to the crew, Edie. How's it going? I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good. Yes, Shepard?
Carry on, Edie.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it can be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
You know me well well enough to fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your call.
Well, Commander Shepard was born on Minoir, but never let what happened there define him. Shepard could handle any weapon in the galaxy. The Alliance never saw a deadly soldier. He was a soldier and a leader, one who made peace where he could. And it was a privilege to know him.
Careful, this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
Candle, thank you. Melissa! Yeah, the dog's sick. What? His stomach is upset. Yeah, why? She's a doctor.
So do you know that men test women as well? But maybe not in the way you think.
That's what I'm talking about! That's what he's doing!
Hey, Jimmy, I need to speak to you for a second. I just heard something quite concerning. Well, I heard through the grapevine that you've been telling folks that you think you're a bottom. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, but from what I do know, I think you need to have a little bit more self-respect. Jimmy, before you say anything, let me tell you this little story. My grandfather grew up in a very poor family. He came from very humble beginnings. Now, did he just accept that he was going to be poor his whole life? No. What he did was he joined the Marine Corps. When he got out, he became a Marine. After that, he started his own company. Pretty successful one, too. The point I'm trying to make is that my grandfather rose to the top. Jimmy, you are smart, you are ambitious, you are hardworking. Just because you come from humble beginnings, don't you let anybody tell you that you're a bottom. Because you too will rise to the top. All right? Okay. Oh, by the way, I met your boyfriend. Swell guy.
I know you've got my back, Lenny. It's these two who are gonna talk about how they think I'm out of touch with reality, and I'm not gonna fall for it. King Boomer, I heard Beyonce's on the beach. We'll talk later. I'm coming with that sunblock, boo!
I can't get that place out of my head. The whole thing is blue. I can't get it. Using hope to lure people to their deaths or worse. I understand it. And you know, I'm glad I can't. Makes me feel human. Just wondering what the refugees do now. I thought I'd heard of everything. Man, hard to believe what was down there. Commander.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Torian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader. With her perfect jeans and that attitude. And I wish she was here.
I didn't realize this would be so hard.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him. Never changed herself to please him. trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Tort. You know.
Here's to Miranda.
Rest easy, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader bullshit. Keep us alive.
Well, good luck with that. Now I'll go talk to Curious. Alright, I'll go talk to the dog.
It's nice to have Tally back. I've made sure we're well stocked with dextro-based antibiotics and antihistamines. Hello, Commander. Hello, Commander. Hello, Commander.
Commander, you settling in, Jack? I believe something wished to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find that you wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong. How so? I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Norman day before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created. Sounds like Miranda. And the Krogan who lived in these quarters, he was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil. I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do. For my people, it was as natural as breathing. Evolution's an amazing force. Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all. Was this narrative just a scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know? The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around. And saw what exactly?
I'm getting my hair cut and my husband.
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos. The natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
Since we're sitting in the car and their heads were shot off.
Much love to you guys. Tyler, we missed you.
The beauty of a strong detective.
Yeah, show me the way.
Otherwise we have anarchy. But those who have
Tijuana with my boys on a trip.
So conflict should be a way of life? Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating it. It is for the greater good of all. Do I believe your story proves my beliefs?
See, this is my partner.
They are. I think she's detective. We are all the product of mankind. And I think born in this second, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be. You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
To not catch on? How dumb do you think I am?
Living a life.
Hi, Marilyn. That was beautiful.
Taking life from everybody. I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
Fucking naked. John, you're lucky we're in public.
As stone is shaped by the one
Tell
who
me about
comes.
those most heinous things
This
a man
stone
has
has
either
no
said
choice
to
in
you or a woman
forming.
in your presence.
You and
So
I,
my sophomore year
Commander.
of college, I was friends with
War is our sky.
All we have is
We
a
have prisoners
woman
to
came
decide.
forward.
Maybe not much longer. We will be with us, and we'll both be set free.
It's awful light. What you been doing? Well, I got some supper for you in there, and it's on the stove. I just might have to warm it up a little bit.